is 103.5 KTU, the beat of New York. It is Carolina Bermudez with Greg T and our headliner, Pitbull. Thank you so much for joining us tonight in
truly,
the
my pleasure.
M&M's Music Lounge. I mean, I don't know if you could tell, but they're all over the place.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
what it
It's
looked like a little bit there. And congratulations to KTU, the 25th anniversary. That's amazing.
We couldn't do it without you,
No,
though.
we couldn't do it without each other.
Right?
Yeah, really, really thank you so much for all the love, and whether it be, I know you got Steven there right now, Bartel, but Rob Miller showed us so much love for so many years, and he was telling me that we're the top played male artist on KTU's basically history at this point.
Ever.
That is a blessing. So thank you, New York. Thank you, KTU, and happy 25th. And to all the mothers out there, every day's Mother's Day.
Oh.
But to the fathers, happy Father's Day.
Yeah! There we go.
And I was going to say a happy early Father's Day to
Thank
you.
you. I appreciate it.
We have a little present for you coming up. But first, I do
Okay.
want to go back and I want to reminisce with you because
Ooh.
when I first started in radio in Miami, it was 2003. You were just starting out. And
That's
I saw
right.
you in throwback jerseys.
Yes.
And now I look at you. We go back to Uncle Luke, okay? We go back to Little
Yeah.
John. Now I am seeing you and you are just so sophisticated. And I love like just the energy and just everything. How you have evolved
Thank
as
you.
an artist.
Well, don't let it fool you. I'm still wild, crazy, and off the chain.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Okay, let's
Todavía
go to
estoy loco, ya tú
Opalaca.
sabes, tú
I
me
know.
entiendes.
Un poquito loquito. I
Tremendo
love that.
loquito.
But we were just talking about how you as an artist, you've been able to collaborate with some of the best in the industry, but there's always that one that you never got to work with.
Oh, well, that would be Celia Cruz. Yeah. La reina de Cuba. She's the queen of Cuba, Celia Cruz. Azúcar. That was her saying.
Azúcar.
So the same way I say dale, she says azúcar, which is sugar. Yeah. So for me, that was somebody that motivated me, inspired me, came from struggle, came from nothing, but always had this beautiful smile on her face and always very sophisticated,
Yes.
very respectable, but very street. She could flip on you in any minute, and just let you know, like, hey, don't ever for 1 second mistake my kindness for weakness. And I love Celia so much for that and for representing us so well.
And I love how she always said, my English is not very good looking.
Yeah, my English nobody good looking.
So, Pitbull, we love the new single
thank
with
you.
Zach Brown.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
Thank you.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like Pitbull and Zach Brown. How does that happen?
Well, let me tell you, that's the beautiful thing about music. Music is the universal language. I always say it at all the shows. It unites. It doesn't divide. It brings everybody together. And I did a deal with Trackhouse, actually, which is the hat that I'm wearing right now. And Trackhouse is a team in NASCAR, right?
We were going to talk about that.
So
Yeah.
we're doing great. Daniel Suarez just won his first Cup Series, and he's car 99. You got Ross Chastain, which is, we call him Watermelon Man. He's won a couple races as well.
Okay.
But if you put 99 and 1 together, that means Trackhouse is 100, baby. Yeah.
There you go. You add it all up.
So therefore, music gives us a chance to get involved with things like NASCAR. Who would ever thought Pitbull and NASCAR?
Right.
Who would ever thought Pitbull and Zach Brown?
Yeah, right.
So due to the collaboration with NASCAR and Trackhouse, I started to see a lot of the country music, country world. I love the professionalism. I love the way they move. I love how generous they are, the manners that they have, the general principles. And I said, man, I really want to work I want to work in this world.
And their fan base is just so strong.
Very
super
loyal, very
loyal,
loyal.
right,
It reminds
yeah.
me a lot of a Latin fan base.
Absolutely.
Generation in, generation out. They're
Yeah.
there. So there's an old record that Zach Brown had that a friend of mine was like, this is the record you should flip. And it was he had a group called Sir Roosevelt. And that's where
I'm
Can't
a big
Stop
Zach
Us-
Brown fan, and I didn't even know
Yeah,
this.
so Can't
This
Stop
is
Us Now
history.
comes from that.
I'm interested. Tell me more right now. I'm so glued.
So when he played me the song, it's almost, it made me feel like that's what we had to let the world know again. Like, hey man, we've been here, been fighting. I'm an underdog spirit. I love underdogs. I love people that fight for every centimeter that they got. Forget about an inch. Like they just always, one way or another, sacrificing, struggling, and fighting for what they got. They earned everything that they got. So therefore, when I heard the record, the record was Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now.
Right.
We
Okay.
make it Can't Stop
That's
Us Now,
right.
just to make it, a little more of a statement.
Yeah.
And which is, it's got to do with the tour. Can't Stop Us Now is coming up. But more than anything, it's got to do with the world right now.
Yeah.
Everybody in the world is just looking at everything negative and everything that brings them down.
Lots of negativity.
Exactly. So I'm giving it to them like, hey, man, we're all underdogs.
Yep.
And no matter what goes on, nothing will never, in any way, shape, or form, can stop us now.
I like this.
I love
Yeah.
this whole energy that you're bringing, but also, like, I wanted to talk to you about as an artist. You know, a lot of people have had to go back. Like, Lizzo just recently had to change her own lyrics. You know, what do you feel about, like, do you feel like you're stifled as an artist now, or do you feel like more freedom to just be you? Because that's something I've always wondered in this world right now, because you just spoke about it.
Yeah, well, let me tell you. I tell people all the time, freedom isn't free. Freedom isn't perfect, but freedom is priceless. And you got to fight for freedom. That's why the United States of America is the United States of America. We constantly fight for freedom. Me being a first-generation Cuban-American, I appreciate live for, ride for, die for freedom, right? So when people tell you that you should be changing your words, I grew up as a kid. I remember this one, and I went to a lot of schools. My first language was Spanish. I learned English through Sesame Street, by the way.
The best.
Yeah, right?
The best.
I'm still learning English through Sesame Place.
It'll work out. Celia Cruz is on there, by the way.
I'm still learning.
And English, nobody could look.
I'm stumbling every day. I'm stumbling.
But I'll tell you this much. There was a saying when we were kids that say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Amen.
And I feel that we're living in a society where sticks and stones may break my bones, and watch out, words will kill you. You know? So with that said is, the freedom of speech is freedom of speech.
Right.
You should be able to say whatever you're going to say and whatever you're going to do. People are taking words and they are politicizing them.
Of course.
That's what they're doing. It's
Everything's a battle these days.
Yeah,
Everything.
and to me, you know, politicians, if there's one thing that's hard to do, is snatch a microphone from a politician, right? They always want to speak. They always want to be heard. They always want to say whatever it is. That's why when we talk politics, I say it's politricks, okay? And these politicians now have a platform where they actually becoming celebrities. They have social media to become. Nobody would know who a senator or a congressman, or
Ever.
congresswoman, or
You're
a Supreme
100%
Court,
correct. Right.
or nobody would know nothing about that.
Yep.
But since they have this platform to be able to speak,
Right.
they meet amongst each other and they say, "What would be the narrative now? How can we?" There's a great analogy that was told to me once. Right? It said, if you get a jar full of red ants and black ants, you put them together, they all get along in there. They crawl over each other. They don't have a problem with each other. But if you get somebody to shake that jar, they start to kill each other.
Really?
Yes. Oh, no, this is a fact. So therefore, question is, who's shaking the jar?
Well,
Right?
yeah.
That's where the freedom of speech comes in.
No, you're absolutely right, and it is a tougher time these days. And they nitpick every single little thing, and they can fight on it and each other on different sides.
Yeah.
You know, I'm listening to it. I'm glued to your words, and I know that recently you're doing a lot of speaking engagements these days.
Yes.
Yes.
Now you're branching into your NASCAR. I know that you've also done some celebrity golfing at the Masters and whatnot.
Which is wild. Which is wild.
Yeah, the only
to us.
golfing I do is the 19th hole, which is it's at the bar.
Right.
Yeah.
But are there other branches, other avenues that you're going to be traveling down outside of music? Where else can we see you doing other things?
Anything that can bring people together, you can count me in.
Yeah.
So when it comes to people talking about they want to make a change, and whether it's in community, whether it's in culture, and whether it's in society, you got to start with education. And you're talking to a high school dropout. I didn't make it out of high school. I didn't graduate, but a teacher changed my life. So since a teacher changed my life, music gave me the path. It allowed me to invest into building schools. So when I say I'm involved in schools, that doesn't mean that, I just put my face next to a school and let's talk about it. No. We buy the land, we build the building, we operate it and manage it to make sure that it produces. The numbers are there.
Where does this drive
And the
come from?
curriculum is there
Yeah.
in South Miami, which my parents are residents
went
in
to South
Miami.
Miami, yeah.
And
It was one of the
exactly,
schools I went to.
yes, absolutely. And so that's where we feel like you have just branched out and you've
Yeah.
really touched so many different facets where people never would have said that you would
No.
be the guy to do it.
Well, that's the underdog spirit again,
Absolutely.
right? And where does this passion come
That's what I
from?
really want to know. I'm listening to you. I'm glued to everything you're saying. I want to know, where does this drive
I want to
come
make
from?
sure that we give an opportunity to those that need it the most. Because I remember being that person that, well, I'm still an underdog. I'm still counted out to this day. That's where Can't Stop Us Now comes from. If you listen to the lyrics, let me remind y'all.
But you've accomplished
just in
so
case
much,
you
though.
forgot.
But
not
Mr.
according to
Worldwide,
us.
the world's my block. I'm like time, I never stop. You understand me? That's where that passion comes from. But to look at those kids that God knows what they got going on, and I guarantee you, not even having a conversation, I can go, okay, a family that came over trying to figure out what it is to get a slice of the American pie, violence, drugs, sexual abuse, you name it. They're running into this every day. But if we give them a home where they got teachers and administrators that can say, I believe in you, which all it took was a teacher to tell me that. You got talent, I believe in you. Change my life, change my trajectory. You may be speaking to someone different doing 25 years in prison right now.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that teacher that told me that and made me believe in me. So that is what gives me that passion, that gives me that drive to look at those kids in their eyes and know, I understand your struggle, I understand your fight, and don't worry. You will be bigger, better, badder, stronger. And then they take it to another level. You know, Tupac had a great saying, and may he rest in peace in paradise, is he said, I will not be the person that's going to change the world, but I will be the person that sparks the mind of the person that'll change the world.
That's awesome.
And that's what we're here for.
And that is what you're doing. Oh my
great.
gosh, this is just honestly, you are blowing me away right now because
thank
I
you.
said to Greg T, the last time we saw you, he was doing an Astroglide slip and slide in the Fountain Blue. We were literally.
Well, that's motivational and
We were out there.
inspirational.
I just, you never know what you're going to get when you sit down with someone to interview.
Yes.
And I don't think that either one of us thought we would get this incredible interview
No,
from you.
I met
It's
you.
great.
I
It's
met you
great.
in Miami at the beat of in Miami. I met you way back in the day, and
did,
I've
you
seen
did.
you evolve. And we have a little surprise for
Yes,
you.
we
We know
do.
you're a daddy. We know that Father's Day is on the way, and we're
Okay.
so glad that you're here at KTUphoria with
You're
us.
giving me more kids?
We got you. I know. I don't know. I mean, well, we do have some M&Ms for you that
Oh,
are
look at that.
custom made with Pitbull. They have your little music. They have your name,
Oh,
and they
that's-
have your face
Oh,
on
my kids are
them.
gonna love that. I
So you
appreciate
give
that.
them to your little babies. Listen.
Well, one time for M&M's. We appreciate you. Let me tell you, M&M, I stole a lot of y'all out of the convenience store.
It all comes full circle. Pitbull, from KTU to you, you are
Now I
one
get
of.
it for free.
They're gonna send it to your house now, for real. Look at how beautiful is life. Listen, we are so
you.
appreciative of your time, and honestly, you
my
are
pleasure.
a core artist for
Absolutely.
KTU. We
Thank
will
you.
always love you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, it's
Yeah.
Pitbull. Woo,
Hey.
dale.
Really.
Congratulations.
It was
okay.
just
Congratulations.
awesome, just awesome.
25th year anniversary, KTU. Thank you so much for the love, and more than anything, to all the fans. Without y'all, there's no Pitbull, there is no KTU, there's none of this right here. Thank y'all so much for the support. God bless, and always nothing but love. We appreciate you. Dale.
Oh, hey.
My pleasure.